Part 25. As long as I stay in the Empress Palace, I am invincible. Author, New Did. Chapter 241. A few days passed in the blink of an eye. Ye Chen didn't go to see Xuanhuan in the past few days. She had problems with her practice, but as long as others didn't arouse her murderous intentions, she could still be stable for the time being. Husband, my cultivation has been consolidated. Please contact Xuanhuan and invite her to the Purple Dragon Palace. We will thank her properly. Luo Hongjian arrived at Fengming Palace and smiled. Ye Chen nodded lightly. Although he also saved Xuanhuan, the kindness was not wiped out just like that. Miss Xuanhuan, where are you? The beauty invites you to a banquet, and the people in the palace will come to pick you up. Ye Chen summoned Xuanhuan. The subpoena was successful, but Xuanhuan did not respond. Ye Chen's expression changed slightly, and his consciousness was released, instantly covering the entire Tianyang Imperial City. In the prison of Tianyang Imperial City, Ye Chen discovered Xuanhuan. Xuanhuan's body was shrouded in a cyan light cocoon, which was the light emitted by a defensive treasure on her body. Hongjian, there's something going on with Xuanhuan. She arrived in the government prison and passed out now. Ye Chen said hurriedly. Luo Hongjian's expression changed. How could this happen? Isn't she the perfect earth immortal? Husband, hurry up and take a look. Ye Chen nodded, and his figure disappeared instantly. He sneaked directly into the prison. Boom! Ye Chen's powerful power entered Xuanhuan's body. The power in Xuanhuan's body was very chaotic at this moment, like a flood that burst a dam and flowed in all directions. However, under the guidance of Ye Chen's power, the power in Xuanhuan's body quickly became much more stable. Miss Xuanhuan, wake up. Ye Chen's voice sounded in Xuanhuan's mind. Xuanhuan woke up in a daze. Miss Xuanhuan, what's going on with you? Ye Chen asked. Luckily he had given Xuanhuan 2 treasures before, otherwise Xuanhuan might have had a big problem without the defensive treasures to automatically protect him. Xuanhuan rubbed his head. She had a headache. Master Ye Chen, I saw a rich young man bullying others, so I took care of him, but he actually sent someone to kill me at night. I was about to fight back when the power in my body lost control. Xuanhuan smiled bitterly. It's useless if the Holy Lord's perfect level of strength cannot be used. Young Master Gu, the beauty is inside. Although I can't see clearly, she is absolutely beautiful. Young Master Gu can take her away when the time comes. At this time, a sound came into Ye Chen's ears. About 10 people came over. Who are you and what do you want to do? A bold maniac, how dare you rob a prison? The 2 officials shouted violently. They saw Ye Chen in the cell. But Ye Chen's back was turned to them, and they didn't know Ye Chen's identity. Ye Chen's face was extremely gloomy, and he felt that his face was dull. It was obvious that someone in the government colluded with that young Master Gu to harm Xuanhuan. How dare you be so lawless under the Emperor's feet in Tianyang Imperial City? Ye Chen shouted. He changed his appearance, and he wanted to see how rampant these guys were. Boy, how dare you talk so shamelessly about prison robbery? You're dead. The cell leader said viciously, let me capture him. If he resists, I will kill him without mercy. You guys try it? Ye Chen sneered, his body exuded a powerful aura at the level of a god king. The prison head's expression changed. He can't defeat a person at the level of a god king. Gu, young Master Gu, I'm afraid this will require a strong man from your Gu family to take action. The prison head said respectfully. Young Master Gu nodded slightly. He looked arrogant, and a guard beside him also exuded a god king level aura. This aura was no weaker than Ye Chen's. No matter who you are, you'd better stay out of this business. Our Gu family has a strong man at the level of an emperor. Young Master Gu looked arrogant and said, the Gu family didn't have an emperor-level expert in the past, but only recently. Ye Chen said in a deep voice, the royal family has saint-level experts, and now there are many semi-saint-level experts in the Tianyang dynasty. The Gu family has emperor-level experts, so why are you so arrogant? This is Tianyang Imperial City, at the feet of the emperor. Gu Shao laughed wildly and said, Tianyang Imperial City is under the emperor's feet, so what? There are 50 to 60 million people in Tianyang Imperial City, can your majesty handle it? As soon as he finished speaking, several other strong men from the Gu family arrived. There is also a god emperor level figure among them. Boy, you could have escaped just now if you had run away, but now you can't escape even if you want to. Young Master Gu laughed. He was talking to Ye Chen just to delay a little time and let the other strong men of the Gu family come over. Ye Chen looked at Xuanhuan and smiled bitterly. Shame on you. Xuanhuan sent a message, Sir, no matter how powerful you are, you cannot monitor everyone in real time all the time, and it is not very ethical to do so. As he said, there are tens of millions of people in the Tianyang dynasty, and it is normal for darkness to exist. Ye Chen nodded lightly. That being said, he was still very unhappy when such a situation occurred. Boy, is she your woman? Now you obediently step aside and watch me fall in love with your woman. Gu Shaogui smiled. Ye Chen said in a deep voice, Young Master Gu, right? If you behave like this, you are not afraid of being punished by the head of the Gu family, nor are you afraid of being punished by the governor of Xuanhuan Palace when the time comes. Young Master Gu laughed loudly, my father punished me, you are really out of your mind. Xuanhuan Prefecture Yin, he is my father's sworn brother, I will kill you. Ye Chen nodded lightly. Very good. Commander Ding, have you heard everything? Ye Chen said with an indifferent expression, and Ding Mo's figure suddenly appeared in front of Ye Chen. He was terrified. Listen, I heard it. Ding Mo was extremely worried. Ye Chen changed back to his original appearance, Commander Ding, you Jin Yi Wei don't know about such a thing. If you, the commander, don't want to do it anymore, don't force it. Thump. Ding Mo immediately knelt on the ground, breaking out in cold sweat. Empress, I understand my mistake. Ding Mo said tremblingly. Although he has a semi-saint level cultivation, Ye Chen can make him fall from the clouds in an instant. The faces of those who came from the Gu family and the officials became extremely pale. Ding Mo and the others knew each other. Ye Chen and the others also recognized it. Commander Ding, it's up to you. Ye Chen said coldly, and after he finished speaking, he took Xuanhuan and left instantly. Ding Mo stood up and looked at Mr. Gu and the others, his face became extremely grim. Come here, let me conduct a thorough investigation of the Gu family and the Tianyang prefecture. The powerful ones from the Gu family should be captured first and taken to the Jinyiwei prison. Ding Mo said with murderous intent. Ye Chen was angry, and Ding Mo knew that he would probably be in a lot of trouble. Not long after, Ye Chen flew to the Tianyang Emperor's palace with Xuanhuan. Miss Xuanhuan, I'm sorry. Luo Hongjian said. Before Ye Chen arrived, he summoned Luo Hongjian and informed her of the specific situation. Luo Hongjian felt even more embarrassed. Ye Chen is the empress, and she usually doesn't care about things at all. She is the emperor of Tianyang dynasty. Your Majesty, you don't have to be like this, I know. My father also worked hard, but there will always be some people who break the law. Xuanhuan was a little reserved. Before meeting Luo Hongjian, Xuanhuan was quite confident in her appearance. Now that he saw Luo Hongjian, Xuanhuan knew why Luo Hongjian was the #1 beauty in Juxiao. Ye Chen said, Hongjian, Ding Mo, you have to do a good job. It's best to put things in order within Jinyiwei when the time comes. Luo Hongjian nodded. Miss Xuanhuan, I will definitely give you a satisfactory explanation for this matter. Xuanhuan mustered up his courage and said, Your Majesty, I don't need any other explanation, just let me enter Fengming Palace and be the emperor's maid. After saying this sentence, Xuanhuan felt that all his strength was exhausted. She was full of confidence before coming. Now she is very timid. She was very satisfied to be Ye Chen's maid. Luo Hongjian raised her eyebrows. When Xuanhuan said these words, she instantly understood Xuanhuan's thoughts. She looked at Ye Chen. Ye Chen frowned and said, Miss Xuanhuan, I'm afraid you can't become my maid. Are you willing to be my mount? After Ye Chen finished speaking, Xuanhuan's face turned red. Luo Hongjian raised her eyebrows. Husband, how do you want to ride? Luo Hongjian gritted her teeth and said. Ah, that's not what I meant. Ye Chen was startled and said quickly. As he spoke, the saint-level dragon transformation card appeared in his hand. Miss Xuanhuan, this card can allow you to transform into a dragon when needed, which can greatly improve your strength from what it is now. Hongjian is a battle pet mount. Don't get me wrong. As long as I stay in the Empress Palace, I am invincible. Author, New Did. Chapter 242. Xuanhuan covered her face, so ashamed. She thought that Ye Chen was talking about. Luo Hongjian glared at Ye Chen. Husband, let Miss Xuanhuan transform into a dragon and become your mount, what do you think? Can't you find someone else? And why do you need a mount? Luo Hongjian was a little angry. Was Ye Chen trying to capture Xuanhuan? Ye Chen said helplessly, Hongjian, this requires loyalty. It is impossible for ordinary people to meet its requirements. Chunlin and the four of them have already inherited it and cannot use this. With the addition of a mount, my strength can be doubled. Luo Hongjian was stunned. Can her strength be doubled? This is of great benefit. Powerful men from the holy and demonic world are constantly coming, and Luo Hongjian is worried about the future. Husband, Lan and I should meet the conditions. Luo Hongjian said. Ye Chen shook his head, although this limit is relatively high, it will still limit your strength in the future, and I don't want to use it for you. Miss Xuanhuan, don't mind. Without enough resources for you, it's impossible for you to reach that level of strength. Saint-level dragon transformation card, the highest can become a saint. This is not the holy level of the original world. The blush on Xuanhuan's face faded a little, and she shook her head to show that she didn't mind. Being able to transform into a dragon and fight alongside Ye Chen seemed pretty good to her. Beauty, Miss Xuanhuan needs this too. If she transforms into a dragon, her strength will be much stronger than it is now, and she can feel even more powerful power. It's easier to control your current power. Ye Chen said. Luo Hongjian frowned and said, Is there no one else suitable? Where is Hu Xiao? Is there no other way to resolve the current situation of my husband, Miss Xuanhuan? Ye Chen shook his head, the other methods treat the symptoms but not the root cause. It can be temporarily resolved, but Miss Xuanhuan still cannot control her own power well. It's easy to go crazy when encountering stimulation. Hu Xiao is controlled by treasures and has no loyalty to me at all. Luo Hongjian looked at Xuanhuan. She felt that if she agreed, she would lead the wolf into the house. But Ye Chen's combat power has doubled, which is still very attractive to Luo Hongjian. Moreover, Xuanhuan accelerated his training in order to report the news. It was impossible for her to just watch Xuanhuan go crazy and get into trouble. Husband, if you say so much, Miss Xuanhuan may not be willing to do it. Miss Xuanhuan, what do you think? Luo Hongjian asked. Xuanhuan took a deep breath and said, Your Majesty, I am willing. Your Excellency saved my life, even if I die for him, I am willing. Luo Hongjian sighed secretly. Xuanhuan is still plotting against her husband. Husband, in this case I agree, but I hope you still remember what I told you before. Luo Hongjian looked at Ye Chen and said. Ye Chen nodded, he knew what Luo Hongjian was talking about. Even if Xuanhuan is allowed to become a mount, Ye Chen has no idea about her now. Miss Xuanhuan, then I will use this dragon transformation card. Ye Chen said. Xuanhuan nodded seriously. The Hualong card in Ye Chen's hand instantly turned into many light spots and entered Xuanhuan's body. Xuanhuan was startled. She had a strange feeling. It seems that he can switch between human and dragon forms at any time. Change. The next second, Xuanhuan turned into a white dragon about 10 meters long, with a whole body like jade. This is not a combat situation. In complete combat status, the length can reach an astonishing 500 to 600 meters. Sir, it seems that the dragon form is not particularly powerful. Bailong spits out human words. Ye Chen bit his finger and a drop of blood flew out and fell on Bailong's forehead. Blood soaked in. In an instant, Xuanhuan felt a huge amount of power coming out of his body. In a short period of time, her strength increased thousands of times. This has exceeded the limits of the original world. Sir, this dash. Xuanhuan couldn't believe it. Ye Chen smiled lightly and said, my strength is at the level of a perfect immortal. In your dragon form, your strength can also reach the perfect level of an immortal. However, the limit of the world is currently only celestial immortal Dachan, and we can only exert the strength of celestial Dachan. You enter the training tower and have a good feel for your current power. When the time comes, you can change back and control your original power. Xuanhuan changed back first. She felt that her original power control had improved a lot. Soon, Ye Chen, Luo Hongjian, and Xuanhuan arrived in the training tower. There is a dedicated fighting space in this training tower. Boom! Xuanhuan transformed into a dragon again, this time she directly turned into a fighting form. The dragon, which is hundreds of meters long, brings extremely powerful oppression. Miss Xuanhuan, you have to be more careful. If you are far away from me, even if you transform into a dragon, you won't have such strength. Ye Chen reminded. Sir, I understand. The white dragon transformed from Xuanhuan's smoke flew very fast. Suddenly, the white dragon opened its mouth and spit out, and the terrifying flames instantly covered a large area in front of it. Then the cold air quickly froze the flames out. The ground was covered with thick ice. Boom! Countless thunderbolts fell, and the ice on the ground was shattered by the thunder. Ye Chen was amazed in his heart. The Saint-level dragon transformation card is indeed powerful. Miss Xuanhuan, you should adapt to it first. Ye Chen and Luo Hongjian arrived outside the training tower, and Luo Hongjian looked at Ye Chen dimly. Husband, Xuanhuan is so strong when she transforms into a dragon. Luo Hongjian said. Ye Chen stretched out his hand and pinched Luo Hongjian's beautiful face and smiled. Hongjian, are you still envious? I promise that you and Enlan will be stronger in the future. By the way, Xuanhuan's strength is best kept secret. At a critical moment, this is a relatively strong trump card. Luo Hongjian nodded slightly. With her current strength, it is much more difficult for the forgetful sect leader to invade her dream. In addition, the forgetful sect leader was seriously injured, so there is no need to worry about the forgetful sect leader's invasion for the time being. If they don't tell others, no one will know the strength of Xuanhuan after she transforms into a dragon. Husband, do you have any good solution for the Gu family's affairs? Luo Hongjian asked. Tianyang dynasty, under the feet of the emperor, the Gu family's affairs made Luo Hongjian very annoyed. The problem is that this is definitely not an isolated case. In the future, more people will become stronger, and there may be more such situations. If the top strongmen do evil, it is not easy for the Jinyue to find out. Even if they catch typical cases and punish them severely, there will still be many people who are bold enough to do it. It's not that there is no way at all. Ye Chen thought about it and said, after so much development, the underworld is now on the right track. There are already a large number of ghost soldiers in it. The ghosts in the underworld now know one thing clearly: good and evil will be rewarded. Hanjian, please let the official newspaper publicize that after death, people will turn into ghosts and enter the underworld. Good people may be reincarnated soon and have a better next life. Wicked people will be punished in the 18 hells when they go to the underworld. Ye Chen said a lot. Luo Hanjian frowned slightly. Husband, many ordinary people like you may believe it, but powerful people probably won't believe it. According to ancient books, when a person dies, his soul disappears and returns to nothingness. Ye Chen smiled and said, Hanjian, that was in the past, it's not like this now. You can spread the word, and I will make those who don't believe it when the time comes. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. As long as I stay in the Empress Palace, I am invincible. Author, New Did. Chapter 243. Ye Chen said this, and Luo Hanjian quickly let people publicize it. The underworld. Reincarnation. Good deeds are rewarded. When the court said this, many people naturally chose to believe that most people are still kind. Even if he is not a good person, he is definitely not an evil person. If there really is an underworld in the world where people can be reincarnated, it would be good for them. They want to believe it. But many powerful people, many big families, and people with big influence sneered at him. The court actually came up with this trick to deceive people. It's simply ridiculous. I don't believe in retribution. How can there be any ghost after death? If there is, then why doesn't the old immortal come to me? One night, a young man hugged the flowery woman beside him and smiled. The sound of funeral music continued to sound, and they were holding a funeral here. The young man's father is dead. It was he who conspired with the woman next to him to kill him. The woman was his father's new concubine. You must never tell anyone about this. The woman reminded. Don't worry, this matter is known to you and me, and no third person will know. There won't be any underworld at all, and there won't be any ghosts, don't worry. The young man comforted him and started to move his hands and feet as he spoke. Ah! Suddenly, the woman screamed in terror, and her pupils suddenly shrank. She saw the ghost of the dead master. In the morning hall next to it, several relatively powerful people rushed in immediately after hearing the sound. They were dumbfounded. The concubine of the head of the Wang family actually slept with the young head of the family. Father, father! The young man turned pale. He saw the ghostly shadow. Several people who rushed into the room also saw the ghost floating in the room. The head of the Wang family was shaking with anger. When he died, he actually didn't know how he died, but now he finally knows. Beast, you beast! The head of the Wang family is furious. The dark wind howled in the room. Fake, this is fake. Someone must be up to something and want to seize our Wang family's property. The young man on the bed reacted and said angrily. More people entered the room, and some of them sneered in their hearts. Even if it was a lie, it was true that he was lying in bed with his father's woman. And now the head of the Wang family is still mourning. Brother Wang, is it really you? Someone spoke. This person was from the government and a friend of the head of the Wang family. The floating ghost nodded. Brother Lu, I'm kidding you. I told you a few days ago that I would definitely get your grandson's full moon wine. Now it seems I have to break my promise. Brother Wang, it's really you. The person who asked the question was shocked. The rest of the people don't know this. Some other guests also quickly asked some secret questions, and the head of the Wang family answered them all. Everyone was extremely shocked. There were really ghosts. Was there really an underworld? Fake, it's all fake. Go to hell. The young man on the bed got angry. He instantly pulled out the sword on the bedside and slashed at the floating ghost. The sword killed the ghost. But it doesn't do much damage to floating ghosts. Ghosts who have entered the underworld are separated by yin and yang. It is difficult for them to harm people in the yang world, and they are not easily hurt by attacks from the yang world. Evil son. Everyone, you are all here today. As the head of the Wang family, I will deprive him of his inheritance rights. He committed a murder. The government will decide how to sentence him. This woman, dip her in a pig cage. The head of the Wang family said coldly. There were many people from the Wang family present. Now that the identity of the head of the Wang family was confirmed, they naturally obeyed his orders. The position of the head of the family will be inherited by the third son. The head of the Wang family cast his eyes on his third son, and he was truly sad. No, no. Fake, it's all fake. The young man who took action said sternly that he could not accept such a result. For murdering your biological father, plus some of the things you have committed in the past, you will enter the 18th level of hell and be tortured when you die. Then you will know how powerful it is. The head of the Wang family sneered. Such things happened in many places throughout the Tianyang dynasty. Ye Chen allowed the ghosts to enter the underworld and went back to see them for the first 7 days. Of course, if you enter the 18th level of hell, you will not be treated like this until you have finished your torture. The underworld is real. Chao Ting actually didn't lie. Maybe the underworld is also a world. Like the Holy Demon Realm, the Holy Demon Realm is now connected with the original world, and the underworld has also returned. Countless people in the entire Tianyang dynasty were talking about it. The existence of the underworld, especially the 18 levels of hell, scares many evildoers. No, from today on, do more good deeds. We will never kill innocent people casually in the future. Many people in the Tianyang dynasty have restrained themselves a lot, and some people who have done many evil things have really started to do good deeds. The atmosphere of the entire Tianyang dynasty has greatly changed. In Fengming Palace, Ye Chen was in a good mood. He originally gained a lot of merit every day, but now the merit he gets every day has increased several times. Husband, the power of faith I have gained has increased a lot these days. The training speed has accelerated. Luo Hongjian said happily. Hongjian, why don't you thank me? How about we try a new position? Ye Chen looked at Luo Hongjian with a smile and said. After all, she is the empress, so Luo Hongjian is not so relaxed in bed. The most liberal person is in Langxiu, and then there is Chang Li. Although Lu Qianqian is not that liberal, she will not refuse some of Ye Chen's requests. Husband, what posture do you want? Luo Hongjian's face turned red with embarrassment. Ye Chen's eyes lit up. I'll teach you Hongjian, let's study it carefully. Early the next morning, Luo Hongjian looked at Ye Chen angrily. She was tormented by Ye Chen for a lot of time last night. Husband, what are you going to do, Shang Guanyan? Isn't it possible to keep her practicing in the training tower? Luo Hongjian asked. Originally, there were only 4 of them practicing in the training tower. Shang Guanyan was fine practicing there for a few days, but Luo Hongjian felt uncomfortable after being there for a long time. Ye Chen said, what Shang Guanyan needs to do now is to control her own power. She does not need to speed up her training. I will go see her later and let her leave the Tianyang Imperial Palace. What do you think about finding a house for her to live in Tianyang Imperial City? She may not need to take action in the future. If it comes to this, the situation in Tianyang dynasty must be very bad. Luo Hongjian nodded slightly. Husband, will there be any problem with her loyalty to you then? Xuanhuan transforms into a powerful dragon. If there is a problem with loyalty, it will be a big trouble. Ye Chen smiled. Don't worry, there will definitely be no problem with this. Xuanhuan was originally extremely loyal to her. Loyalty is now at full value. Luo Hongjian nodded lightly. That's good, let's go over and take a look. We agreed to hold a banquet to thank you, and this must be honored. Not long after, Ye Chen and the others arrived at the training tower. The combat area inside the training tower is huge. Xuanhuan has been in full fighting form these days. It is 700 to 800 meters long, and there is no problem in moving around inside. Call. Sensing the breath of Ye Chen and the others, the dragon several hundred meters long flew over from a distance instantly. Grown-ups. His Majesty. Xuanhuan changed back to his original appearance, and Ye Chen and Luo Hongjian were a little surprised. Xuanhuan's temperament has changed a lot. The temperament becomes mysterious and much more noble. It should have been brought to her by transforming into a divine dragon and realizing the powerful power possessed by the divine dragon. Originally, Xuanhuan's appearance was slightly inferior to that of Enlangxiu and the others, but now she is almost the same as Enlangxiu and the others. Even slightly better. After all, Xuanhuan's current cultivation level is much higher than that of Enlangxiu and the others. Compared with Luo Hongjian, Xuanhuan is naturally inferior. Miss Xuanhuan, judging from your situation, you have basically controlled your own power. Ye Chen smiled and said. Xuanhuan nodded lightly and looked at Luo Hongjian. Your Majesty, in my dragon state, I am your mount. In fact, I should be called your master. What do you think? Luo Hongjian raised her eyebrows. Xuanhuan was not as obedient as Enlangxiu, Lu Qianqian, and the others. She also has thoughts about Ye Chen. As long as I stay in the Empress Palace, I am invincible. Author, New Did. Chapter 244. Ye Chen frowned. Miss Xuanhuan, Enlan, and Qianqian can just call me master. We are a partnership. You saved my life, I'm very grateful, but Hongjian is my wife. If you disrespect her, you may have to leave Tianyang Imperial City. Xuanhuan's face changed slightly. She looked at Ye Chen pitifully. Ye Chen said in a deep voice, I have already discussed with Hongjian that you should leave Tianyang Imperial Palace and find a place to live in Tianyang Imperial City. What do you think? Luo Hongjian glanced at Ye Chen with satisfaction. Ye Chen was still very protective of her. The hard work last night was not in vain. She felt that her mouth was a little sore now. Sir, I agree. Xuanhuan lowered his head and said. She mustered up the courage to fight and provoke Luo Hongjian a little. Unexpectedly, Ye Chen suppressed Luo Hongjian before she could speak. Xuanhuan is 100% loyal to Ye Chen, but it doesn't mean that she doesn't have her own thoughts. Luo Hongjian smiled and said, Miss Xuanhuan, you are still welcome to come to the palace to play occasionally. Miss Xuanhuan, Chang'e, and I are very grateful to you for saving the Emperor and the Empress. Now that Ye Chen has expressed his attitude, Luo Hongjian's words are very kind. At noon, Xuanhuan arrived at Zilong Palace. Enlangxiu and the other three are already here. Seeing Enlangxiu and the others, Xuanhuan was amazed that Enlangxiu and the others were all so beautiful. She knew that if her cultivation had not improved, she would have changed after transforming into a dragon. There was a clear gap between her appearance and Enlangxiu and the other three. The party started soon. During the dinner, Xuanhuan clearly felt the gratitude of Enlangxiu and others to her. But she felt their rejection just as clearly. It seems that becoming an adult woman is not an easy task. Xuanhuan thought to himself. Luo Hongjian and the others obviously don't want Ye Chen to have another woman. Xuanhuan understood this. If she was already one of Luo Hongjian and the others, she would definitely exclude the other women from joining. Husband, Miss Xuanhuan is not familiar with Tianyang Imperial City. Please take Miss Xuanhuan out for a walk and find a place for Miss Xuanhuan to live. Luo Hongjian said. She would definitely not stop Ye Chen from having proper contact with Xuanhuan Yan. Xuanhuan Yan Huolong is Ye Chen's mount, and he will probably fight alongside him in the future. Ye Chen nodded slightly. Not long after, Ye Chen and the others left the palace, and Chunlin and the other 4 girls followed Ye Chen out. Xuanhuan Yan originally wanted to spend some time alone with Ye Chen, but was a little helpless about this. 10 days passed in the blink of an eye, and Ye Chen was able to sign in again. Calculating time, the demons from the demon world may actually come to the original world. Hongjian, let me go to the Endless Sea. I might stay there a little longer this time to see how the monsters are doing. Ye Chen kissed Luo Hongjian and said. There are now 7 blood-devouring corpse vines in the 10,000 demon city, and the strongest one has the strength of the great immortal. Logically there shouldn't be any problems. But don't be afraid of 10,000, just be afraid of the eventuality. He went over to stay safer. When all 7 blood-devouring corpse vines grow up, the situation there will be much more stable. Luo Hongjian looked at Ye Chen worriedly. Husband, be careful. Husband, do you want to ask Xuanhuan Yan to come with you? Ye Chen shook his head. Even if I don't go there, there won't necessarily be any problems. There will definitely be no problem if I go there. Now the real arrival of the demon has just begun. If he can't handle it now, he might as well just wipe his neck and forget it. Husband, please be careful. Come back soon. Luo Hongjian took the initiative to give her a sweet kiss. A few minutes later, Ye Chen disappeared, and when he reappeared, he was already at 10,000 Demon City. Xiao Zi, what's going on here? Ye Chen asked. The blood-devouring corpse vine cannot speak, but the blood-devouring corpse vine has a high IQ. It quickly informed Ye Chen of the situation here. Ye Chen was surprised. Actually, a demon has already arrived. The day before yesterday, 3 demons who were accomplished earth immortals descended and appeared in the city of 10,000 demons. They were seriously injured when they arrived. Last night, 5 demons and demons with great power from the earthly realm descended. They were also injured, but their injuries had weakened a lot. The descending space channel seems to be much more stable. It won't be long before more demons arrive. Ye Chen secretly thought. His consciousness spread out. The remaining 6 blood-devouring corpse vines have become much stronger. They had already devoured and digested a lot of demon flesh and blood. The 8 earthly immortals and demons who died after their arrival have also been devoured by them. System, space channels have appeared here. More demons will come soon. Don't be stingy about signing in this time. Ye Chen said in his mind. He took out the recliner and lay down lazily. Sign in once. Sign in is successful. Congratulations to the host for getting the God-level exclusive check-in point expansion card, which can expand the exclusive check-in point to a radius of 100 kilometers. The sound of the system made Ye Chen's eyes widen. This is good stuff. The exclusive check-in point has been expanded, and his usual range of activities can be larger. And more importantly, the exclusive check-in points will be expanded, and luck will accumulate faster. System, can I use this thing here? Can. Ye Chen immediately asked the system to use the exclusive check-in point expansion card. Over at Tianyang Dynasty, the first exclusive check-in point has been expanded to a radius of 100 kilometers. The entire Tianyang Imperial City has been covered. As the first check-in point expanded to a radius of 100 kilometers, the second check-in point also expanded to a radius of 10 kilometers. Comfortable. The accumulation of luck is much faster. And the first reward is this. The second and third time you sign in, the rewards may be better. Ye Chen secretly thought. System, sign in twice more. Sign in successfully. Congratulations to the host for receiving a gift package of God-level enlightenment pills including 9 Xian-level enlightenment pills and 99 immortal-level enlightenment pills, all of which are of perfect quality. Sign in successfully. Congratulations to the host for obtaining the Tiandao-level Supreme Sword Code. The Supreme Sword Code is divided into 5 levels. The host can currently learn the first 2 levels based on his strength. Ye Chen was stunned. He thought he was hallucinating. System, you just said that I signed in and obtained the Heavenly Dao level Supreme Sword Code. Ye Chen asked in disbelief. He has never received a heavenly level reward before. Ye Chen would be very satisfied with the saint level reward, but the heaven level reward may not be used for the time being. But this is okay, he can learn the first 2 levels of the Supreme Sword Code first. Host, you heard it right. Based on your current situation, you have a 1000th chance of winning a Heavenly Dao level reward by lottery. Ye Chen was extremely excited. He had a 1000th chance of receiving a Heavenly Dao level reward, and he actually got it. This time, his character exploded. Moreover, the gift package of God-level enlightenment pills obtained in the second lottery is also quite good. The immortal level enlightenment pill is less effective for Ye Chen, but the Xian level enlightenment pill is very effective for him. The immortal level enlightenment pill, Luo Hanjian, and the others are just right. System, equip the first 2 floors of the Supreme Sword Code. Ye Chen said in his mind. A massive amount of information poured into Ye Chen's mind in an instant, and this process lasted for half an hour. Ye Chen felt as if his head was being exploded. However, with these things, Ye Chen's understanding of Kendo has increased more than 10 times. He also has a stronger understanding of the Xuxian sword formation. The Xuxian sword array can cover a wider range, and within this range, the power of the Xuxian sword array will not be reduced. Buzz. At this moment, the space fluctuated, and Ye Chen felt that many more demons were coming. And the number of demons coming this time is definitely not 3 or 5. As long as I stay in the Empress Palace, I am invincible. Author, New Dit. Chapter 245. Somewhere in the Holy Demon Realm, a Tiandao-level formation covered a huge area. A dozen monster giants gathered inside the formation, and they brought many of their subordinates. The men have no idea where they are now. Even if they reach the original world and fall into the hands of the enemy, it is impossible for the enemy to know where the space passage is. Quick, quick, get inside. Hurry up. More than a dozen monster giants were drinking wine and eating meat, and their subordinates were urging the weaker monsters. Those monsters only had the level of earthly immortals. The first time and the second time they come, they know they have succeeded. Why did he die later? They judged that Ye Chen might have some plans in 10,000 Demon City. Now for the third time, a large number of monsters are coming. They want to destroy Ye Chen's arrangement. By the way, they want to test how many demons can be accommodated in the space channel now opened. Monsters with the strength of earthly immortals quickly rushed into the open space channel. There are many monsters with the power of immortals in the Holy Demon Realm. Even if they die, they will not feel bad. This time they go over and they should be able to stand firm on the side of 10,000 monsters city. It's not a big problem. According to the news from the Tianyuan Empire, Ye Chen is now in the Tianyuan Emperor's palace. A dozen demon giants chatted. They were all powerful men at the level of heaven. For the sake of the heavenly destiny, they now work together. Let's get the heavenly horoscope first. In many places in the city of 10,000 demons, monsters appeared quickly. The first time they appeared, they rushed into the distance as fast as possible, escaping from the city of 10,000 demons. The demons that appeared were not seriously injured. Most of them have the cultivation level of the Earth Immortal, and a small number of them have the perfect cultivation level of the Earth Immortal. Equivalent to the semi-saint and holy master on this side of the original world. Even if Ye Chen has arrangements here, the demons feel that there should be no problem when they come this time. Woo! The vines of the blood-devouring corpse vine instantly covered it. Countless purple flowers sounded like little trumpets one by one. All the demons who came to 10,000 Demon City fell to the ground stiffly before they could get very far. The blood-eating corpse vine has the ability to attack souls. Paralyze the soul, then devour it. So much. Ye Chen frowned secretly. In a short period of time, there were thousands of demons appearing in 10,000 Demon City. Among them, hundreds of earthly immortals are perfect. With a thought, Ye Chen led several demons at the Earth Immortal Perfection level to the Blood Dragon Villa. The rest of the demons were all killed by Xiao Zi in a short period of time. Thousands of demons descended, but their strength was far behind Xiao Zi's. The most powerful demon among them is less than 1% of Xiao Zi's strength. Look at me. Ye Chen tried to hypnotize these monsters, but he found that they had all been dealt with by powerful people. With his strength, it was impossible to hypnotize these monsters. Receive. If the soft ones were not good enough, they would have to be hard ones. Ye Chen put them all into the demon refining pot. Ouch! Several demons screamed in agony. The demon refining pot is their nemesis. Xiao Zi, your brothers and sisters, hurry up and digest and grow up. Ye Chen said. Half of the thousands of dead demons were piled up next to Xiao Zi. The remaining demon corpses were divided into 6 blood-eating corpse vines, which was enough to greatly increase their strength. Ye Chen released the Xuxian sword formation. With the formation shrouded in it, Ye Chen checked the space channel opened by the demons. Thousands of demons were teleported here, and now the space channel is unstable. It is estimated that it will take about a month to recover. It's good news that demons can't be sent here one after another, but after the space channel is stabilized, it is estimated that many more demons can be sent here. Ye Chen secretly thought. This time it was 1,000, next time it might be 2 or 3,000. Next time it might be 6 to 7,000. Moreover, the more stable the space channel is, the more powerful monsters can be transported there. The Holy Demon Realm. A dozen demon giants are waiting. If their people rush out from the city of 10,000 demons, they should soon contact the other demons in the original world. It won't take long for them to get the message. However, half an hour passed and there was no movement. 2 hours have passed, and they still haven't received any news from the original world. Check. There is a demon giant in the Holy Demon Realm who has issued an order. Some demons who were not very powerful in the original world cautiously arrived at Alcatraz Island. They all died before they even got close to 10,000 Demon City. The news spread to the Holy Demon Realm. Our demon soldiers in the lower realm should all be dead. The original monsters near Alcatraz Island also died. Why do you think this happened? One of the demon giants said in a deep voice. Thousands of demon soldiers descended to the lower realm. They have semi-saint and saint-level strength in the original realm. It is absolutely impossible for humans in the original realm to kill them, including Ye Chen. Another demon giant said. The other monster giants nodded, they all agreed with this statement. Ye Chen went to the Endless Sea before and killed many monsters in the original world. Ye Chen may have the strength of an immortal, but their judgment of Ye Chen's strength is based on the small success of an immortal. They think it is impossible for the gods to succeed. In an environment like the original world, with limited resources and Ye Chen being young, how could it be possible for him to become an immortal? They all find the strength of Tianxian Xiaocheng incredible. The most powerful person in the Tianyang dynasty was only at the emperor level. The strong human race should have left the top treasures. Ye Chen noticed the anomaly on the side of 10,000 Monsters City and put the treasures there to kill the demon soldiers we came to. This possibility is relatively high. More than a dozen monster giants discussed it, and they basically agreed with this statement. The demons from the original world approached the city of 10,000 demons from different directions and died one after another, which was consistent with this situation. Everyone, let's send more demon soldiers down to the lower realm after 1 month. The leader of the demon giants said. There must be a limit to the killing of treasures. Even if the power of the treasure reaches the limit of the lower world, they will send more demons to the lower realm next month, and many of them should be able to survive. Can just do it? The other demon giants nodded, and thousands of demon soldiers died. They didn't care at all. Each of them has hundreds of millions of demon soldiers. Besides, only the demon soldiers at the Earth Immortal level died, and they were the last among the demon soldiers under their command. How did these monster giants know that it was not a treasure killing at all, but a blood-eating corpse vine? The flesh and blood of thousands of dead demons have been swallowed up, and the blood-eating corpse vines here will be stronger. 5 days passed. The remaining 6 blood-devouring corpse vines have all reached the level of heavenly immortal. Originally, they would not improve so quickly. Yechen gave them 2 immortal-level enlightenment pills respectively. The enlightenment pills also had a powerful effect on them. Xiao Zi's strength has reached the limit of heaven and earth, and the remaining 6 blood-devouring corpse vines have also achieved the strength of a fairy. There should be no problems here within a few months. Yechen secretly thought. The strength of the other 6 blood-devouring corpse vines will continue to increase, and their strength will reach the limit of heaven and earth. Come out. With the thought, Yechen received a demon inside the demon refining pot and came outside. For 5 days, it suffered terribly in the demon refining pot. Tell me about the situation on the other side of the holy demon realm. Where is the space passage there? Yechen asked. If you know the location, you can send the news back to the holy demon realm and let the strong humans in the holy demon realm clean it up. The demon came out gasping for air. Sir, we don't know. To be honest with you, we were all put into space treasures and then taken to a place that was shrouded in a powerful formation. We had no idea where we were. The demon in front of Yechen said. Yechen frowned secretly. He could see that this monster was not lying. How many strong men are there in the formation you are in? Yechen changed the question and asked. Sir, no less than 1 million. I don't know exactly how many powerful demons there are. Yechen asked several other demons and got similar information. After killing these monsters, Yechen threw them to Xiao Zi and the others. System, return. Yechen said in his mind. He disappeared in the next second, and when he reappeared, he was in Fengming Palace. Luo Hongjian quickly arrived in front of Yechen. Husband, there are many strong human beings on the side of the Malian dynasty who have reached the realm of Earth Immortals and have perfected the strength of Earth Immortals. You are listening to novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. As long as I stay in the Empress Palace, I am invincible. Author, New Dit. Chapter 246. Luo Hongjian had a worried look in her eyes. Naturally, the majority of the powerful human beings in the lower realms of the American League dynasty are Westerners. The big reason for them going down to the lower realm is naturally the heavenly horoscope. Hongjian, don't worry too much, the sky won't fall. Yechen said with a smile. He is now stronger than the immortal killing sword formation. With the immortal killing sword formation covering the entire Tianyang dynasty, it is impossible for even the powerful Earth Immortal consummation to sneak into the Tianyang dynasty quietly. Once discovered, it will be destroyed. Hongjian, it will take more than a year for the heavenly horoscope to recover. The strong men from the lower realm of the holy demon realm should not take any action, so ignore them for now. Yechen said. As a cheater who owns the system, the sign-in rewards are now extremely rich. The longer Go stays, the better it is for him. Husband, there won't be any problems with the people, right? Luo Hongjian asked. Ye Chen chuckled and said, "Don't worry, the strong men from the holy demon realm will not kill casually. Killing too much will affect their future practice. Besides, we Easterners have many powerful people in the holy and demon realm, and the people of the Tianyang dynasty are also their descendants." Luo Hongjian nodded lightly. "Hongjian, if you can use the immortal level enlightenment pill. These 3 immortal level enlightenment pills are for you." Ye Chen took out 3 immortal level enlightenment pills and gave them to Luo Hongjian. The effect of these pills is constantly weakening, and by the 4th pill, it will basically have no effect. 3 immortal level enlightenment pills should be able to make Luo Hongjian's cultivation reach the level of an immortal. The effect of enlightenment pill is related to talent. Luo Hongjian's talent is very strong, and the effect of using the enlightenment pill will be much stronger than that of ordinary people of the same level. "Husband, do you still have this? If there is none left for Chang'e and the others, I can just use one," Luo Hongjian said. She knew that the immortal level enlightenment pill was extremely precious. It turns out that Ye Chen only has a few. "Eat with confidence, there's more," Ye Chen said with a smile. This time he signed in and got a gift pack of God-level enlightenment pills, which contained 99 immortal level enlightenment pills. "Husband, then I'm going to practice." Luo Hongjian is anxious to improve her cultivation. Even when Xuanhuan is not transformed into a dragon, she has the perfect cultivation of the Holy Lord. She is still in the early stage of the Holy Lord. Although according to the new level, they are all earth immortal perfection, Luo Hongjian is aware of the difference. 3 months passed in the blink of an eye. There are many strong men from the holy demon realm in the American League dynasty, but they have not taken any action for the time being. Boom! Terrifying power surged in Ye Chen's body. He used 2 Xian-level enlightenment pills one after another. His cultivation finally reached the level of heavenly immortal, and his combat power reached the level of Xianxian Xiaochang. However, Ye Chen can only display such combat power in Fengming Palace. In the rest of the original world, the limit of heaven and earth can only reach the perfection level of heavenly immortal. American League Dynasty. Ha 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 ha. Inside the huge altar, a blond young man was seriously injured, but he was still laughing wildly with excitement. Boom! An extremely powerful aura erupted from this blond young man. He is an immortal and has achieved a small level of cultivation. Before him, 5,000 people had come to the altar of the United Dynasty. He was the first powerful celestial being from the human world of the holy demon realm to come to the original world. This blond young man is called Rex, and he comes from the Orson Kingdom, an extremely powerful force in the holy demon realm. The Aosan Kingdom has 5 powerful men at the heavenly level. The leader of the country is extremely powerful. Among all the powerful men of the heavenly Dao level, his strength can be ranked among the top 5. The possibility of being in the top 3 is also high. Rex is the junior of the King of Orson. He is young and is a rare person among the immortals. This time he takes the initiative to go to the lower world. According to the judgment of the powerful men from the holy demon realm and the Orson divine kingdom, Ye Chen's strength is at the level of an immortal. Rex should be better than Ye Chen. Where are the powerful men from the kingdom of Orson? Rex took out a general. Among the 5,000 strong men in the lower realm, 1/5 of them are from the kingdom of Orson, and they are all elite soldiers. They didn't leave here. General. Thousands of soldiers from the Orson kingdom quickly gathered and saluted in unison. Rex is not a member of the army, but he currently holds the general order of the Orson kingdom. You are not soldiers now, just call me young master from now on. Rex spoke. Yes. Thousands of powerful men from the Orson kingdom said in unison. Rex glanced around. In addition to the thousands of strong men from the Ocean Kingdom, the other 4,000 strong men from the lower realm were also gathered here. Many of them frowned secretly. Rex is the only one with immortal level strength, so Rex is likely to take action. Everyone, I would like to introduce myself. This young master, Rex, comes from the Dracula family of the Orson Kingdom. I heard that Xuanhuan is the most beautiful woman in the original world, and I want to invite Xuanhuan to come over for dinner. What do you think? Rex smiled. Other strong men immediately stood up and said, Master Rex, the rest of our forces don't have immortal level strong men in the lower realm yet, I'm afraid it's inappropriate. Rex invited Xuanhuan to dinner, how could he let Xuanhuan leave again? If he takes down Xuanhuan, Ye Chen may obediently give out the destiny chart. Try saying something again. When Rex arrived in front of the strong man who stood up to speak, terror and murderous intent erupted from his body. Master Rex, this is inappropriate. The strong man who stood up gritted his teeth and said that he also came from a very powerful force, so he couldn't be cowardly at this time. Puff. Rex drew his sword in an instant and split the strong man who had just spoken in half with one sword. The faces of many other strong men changed drastically. Rex put away his sword and said lightly, Everyone, there is one thing you may not know. The forgetful demon cult has now formed an alliance with our Ashan divine kingdom. Hiss. Many people present took a breath of cold air. The forgetful demon cult is also very strong. With 3 Tiandao level strongmen, the forgetful cult master is one of the top 10 masters. The forgetful demon cult and the Ashan divine kingdom have formed an alliance, and their influence is extremely terrifying. Everyone, whether this is true or not, I believe you will be able to confirm it soon. Rex smiled lightly. The space channel where this young master descended has been greatly affected. There will be no other immortal level strongmen descending in a short time. I hope everyone recognizes this point. Many strongmen frowned secretly. There should be no other immortal level strongmen descending for at least a month. They are afraid that they have to listen to Rex. Everyone, you don't have to gather here for the next period of time. You can move freely in the United States Imperial City. Rex said lightly. Not long after, the 5,000 strong men who had descended were scattered throughout the United States Imperial City. Hiss, the Holy Demon Realm has already had 5,000 strong men descending. I knew there were strong men descending from the Holy Demon Realm, but I didn't expect there would be so many. Lord Rex actually wants to invite Xuanhuan to dinner, what will Xuanhuan choose? The news spread immediately, and a large number of original world strong men who received the news were shocked. The Tianyang dynasty had a spy here, and it didn't take long for the information to reach the Tianyang dynasty. 5,000 strong men descending to the world. It's a bit too little. Ye Chen muttered in his heart. In the endless Xuanyao city, the number of demons killed by the blood-sucking corpse vine has exceeded 10,000. And it won't be long before there will be many more demons descending to the world. Empress, our people also got a message about your majesty. Ding Mo hesitated in front of Ye Chen. Xuanhuan is now in seclusion, so he came to Ye Chen to report. Speak. Ye Chen frowned. Ding Mo took a deep breath and said, Empress, there is a celestial level strongman from the United States dynasty who has come down to the world. His name is Rex. He said he wants to invite your majesty to dinner. Maybe there will be an envoy from the United States dynasty. Ye Chen narrowed his eyes. Inviting his wife to dinner, he is very bold. As long as I stay in the Empress Palace, I am invincible. Author, New Did. Chapter 247. The next day, the messenger from the United States dynasty really arrived, and the leader was Dalloway, the former third prince of the United States United Dynasty. He is now the crown prince of the American League Dynasty. Dalloway became the prince thanks to Ye Chen. Your Majesty, Crown Prince Dalloway of the United Kingdom wants to see your Majesty. We are temporarily unable to contact your Majesty. Wei Yutang said respectfully when he arrived at Fengming Palace. Ye Chen said calmly, Hanjian is practicing in seclusion. I don't have time to see him for the time being. Let him wait. Wei Yutang smiled bitterly and said, Empress, I have already told him this, but he is very resolute and said that he will see your majesty soon, otherwise we will be responsible for all the consequences. Ye Chen instantly released the 4 swords of Zhu Xian. The Zuxian sword formation quickly enveloped the entire Tianyang dynasty. He checked and found that no powerful person had sneaked into Tianyang dynasty for the time being. You are responsible for all the consequences. It's not a small tone. Ye Chen said with an indifferent expression. Wei Yutang sighed softly, 5,000 powerful men from the Holy and Demon realm from the Malian dynasty have arrived, and 70% to 80% of them are Westerners. They are indeed quite confident now. It would be great if we killed them early and destroyed their altar. Wei Yutang had some opinions on this. But Ye Chen didn't agree to send out strong men before, and Wei Yutang, Ding Mo and the others couldn't do anything about it. Ye Chen said, Prime Minister Wei, do you have any opinions on my previous decision? Empress, I don't dare. Wei Yutang said quickly. Ye Chen said softly, Prime Minister Wei, there are some things you don't know. I don't care about you. It's impossible for Dalawi to see the beauty. He can come and see me first. Wei Yutang retreated. Half an hour later, Dalawi arrived at the backyard of Fengming Palace. Ye Chen, where is Luo Hanjian? Let her out. Dalawi looked arrogant. There are so many strong men coming to the Malian dynasty now. He is the prince of the Malian dynasty, and this time he is here as a messenger. He doesn't think Ye Chen dares to target him. Eunuch Lu, slap me. Ye Chen said softly. Next to him, Eunuch Lu grabbed Dalawi's collar and threw the big ear scraper directly into his face. Crack. Crack. One forehand, one backhand, Dalawi's face was swollen on both sides. Ah! Ye Chen, you deserve to die. Dalawi roared angrily. He didn't expect that given the current situation, Ye Chen would dare to order Eunuch Lu to beat someone. Eunuch Lu, continue, haven't you eaten? Ye Chen frowned. Pa, pa, pa. Eunuch Liu's face changed slightly when he heard what Ye Chen said. He increased his strength and slapped Dalawi's face one after another, until Dalawi's face was bruised. Okay. Ye Chen said softly after Eunuch Lu slapped him dozens of times. Dalawi collapsed to the ground. His eyes were filled with fear. If Eunuch Lu continued to beat him, he might be beaten to death. Dalawi, it's all thanks to me that you became the crown prince. If you don't thank me properly, you are still so presumptuous. Do you really think that I don't dare to kill you? Ye Chen said with an indifferent expression. Dalawi had received the inheritance of a strong man before, and now he has the power of an earth immortal, which is the level of an emperor, but in Ye Chen's eyes, he is just a waste. Eunuch Lu is much stronger than him. Ye Chen, our American League dynasty now has a large number of powerful people coming. This prince is here on behalf of the American League dynasty, and also on behalf of Mr. Rex. Dalawi gritted his teeth. Ye Chen said indifferently, so what? A beauty is not something you can just see if you want to. The American League dynasty can exist well now, and you have to thank me for not killing you. Many powerful demons have arrived on the other side of the Endless Sea. Tell Rex to let them focus on targeting the demons on the other side of the Endless Sea. Dalawi took a deep breath and said, Empress Ye Chen, Lord Rex just wants to have dinner with His Majesty the Beauty. He is a powerful man at the level of an immortal, why don't you give him face? If Lord Rex gets angry, your Tianyang dynasty cannot bear it. I heard that you may also have the strength of the immortal Xiao Cheng, but you will definitely not be Lord Rex's opponent. Besides, our American League dynasty still has a large number of semi-saints and saint-level experts. As he talked, Dalawi became more confident again. The tone is much tougher. Ye Chen raised his eyebrows. Dalawi, you are the prince of the United States dynasty. Why did you come here as a messenger? Why do you want me or a beauty to bow my head in front of you and beg for mercy? Dalloway's eyes flashed. He did think so, but he thought even more. I still want to possess Luo Hongjian. When he first met Luo Hongjian in Chaotian Palace, Dalloway had already fallen in love with Luo Hongjian. If Luo Hongjian fell into Rex's hands, he felt that he would completely lose his chance. In the process of taking Luo Hongjian to the American League dynasty, he may be able to kiss her. As long as he doesn't tell Luo Hongjian, Rex won't know. Rex probably wouldn't care if he knew. Ye Chen, you are quite strong. You can take in Langxiu and the others to find a place to hide. Luo Hongjian, you'd better let her come with me. Dalloway said solemnly. Ye Chen looked at Dalloway coldly, but he said nothing. He wanted to see what else Dalloway would say. In Dalloway's opinion, if Ye Chen doesn't speak, that means Ye Chen doesn't have enough confidence. Ye Chen, there are thousands of strong men in our American League dynasty now, and there will be more in the future. Not to mention that you may not be able to defeat Lord Rex, even if you can, what about the future? If you hand over Luo Hongjian, it's best to hand over An Langxiu and the others, and hand over the heavenly life chart. With your strength, you will be able to survive. Dalloway said. At this time, Luo Yudi arrived at the backyard of Fengming Palace with a joyful expression. She broke through to the realm of earthly immortality and came to announce the good news. Among the four girls, Luo Hongjian and others, Luo Yudi was the last one to break through to the realm of earthly immortal perfection. Luo Hongjian is now in seclusion and has broken through to the realm of immortals. An Langxiu arrived at Dixian perfection a month ago, and Lu Qianqian arrived half a month ago. Brother-in-law. Luo Yudi shouted happily, full of youthful vitality. Dalloway's eyes fell on Luo Yudi. He was startled. Luo Yudi's appearance had improved so much. Luo Yudi was not as beautiful as she is now. Although Luo Hongjian and Luo Yudi are not biological sisters, they are better than biological sisters. If we take them all away. Dalloway's eyes flashed with desire. As the crown prince of the American League dynasty, he has had many women, but none of them have reached the level of Luo Yudi and the others. Brother-in-law, why is this guy Dalloway here? Luo Yudi glanced at Dai Luo Ei and said. Ye Chen said, he came here for something. Chang'e, please go visit Aunt Chu first and report the good news to Aunt Chu. You can come back to Fengming Palace later. Good. Luo Yudi nodded. She didn't want to see Dalloway and didn't want to see him. Dalloway's look annoyed her. Slow. Dalloway spoke. Ye Chen, Luo Hongjian, and Princess Chang'e, they'd better come with me. There are also An Langxiu and Lu Qianqian. Let them come out to see the prince first. Ye Chen looked at Dalloway. This guy is shaking again. Brother-in-law, this guy looks at me so disgustingly, I want to beat him. Luo Yudi said coquettishly. As long as I stay in the Empress Palace, I am invincible. Author, New Dit. Chapter 248. Ye Chen said with a smile, okay, brother-in-law, destroy his cultivation, then you take action. Dalloway's expression changed greatly. He said sternly, Ye Chen, if you dare to do this, you will definitely die, and Princess Luo Hongjian Chang'e and others will also die. If you are really good to them, let them come with me so that they can survive. Luo Yudi looked at Dalloway angrily. Ye Chen glanced at Eunuch Lu. Bang! Eunuch Lu instantly slapped Dalloway with a palm, and the violent power invaded Dalloway's body. In the blink of an eye, Dalloway's cultivation level of the Great Emperor was directly abolished. Dalloway spat blood from his mouth. His face turned extremely pale. You guys. Dalloway couldn't believe it, Ye Chen and the others actually destroyed his cultivation. Ye Chen looked at Luo Yudi and smiled, Chang'e, how do you want to vent your anger? Luo Yudi stuck out her tongue, brother-in-law, if you destroy his cultivation, I won't beat him. I just broke through and have weak power control, so I'm afraid of beating him to death. It doesn't matter if you beat him to death. Ye Chen chuckled. Dalloway's face was extremely ugly. He knew that his cultivation had been abolished, and his position as prince would probably be ruined. Ha 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 ha. Dalloway suddenly laughed wildly. Ye Chen and Luo Yudi both looked at Dalloway. There was a crazy look in Dalloway's eyes. Ye Chen, do you think that by abolishing my cultivation, you can scare Lord Rex and the others? You are really fantastic. Luo Hanjian and the others will definitely fall into the hands of Lord Rex. In the future, they may have a pair of jade arms that can be used as pillows for thousands of people, and a pair of red lips that can be tasted by thousands of people. Ha 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 ha. Ye Chen's eyes flashed with cold light. Dalloway said with a cruel smile, "Why, you have already destroyed my cultivation, and you still want to kill me? After all, I am now the envoy of the American League dynasty here. Killing the envoy is not in line with the etiquette of diplomatic relations. And our American League dynasty will have a lot of powerful people coming to take revenge." Ye Chen looked at Eunuch Lu and said, "Eunuch Lu, take him down, gouge out his eyes, cut out his tongue, clean his private parts at the same time, and then let him go." Dalloway sternly said, "Ye Chen, how dare you? If you do this, the strong men from our Tianyan dynasty will definitely come and kill you." Eunuch Lu bowed respectfully and led Dalloway down. Not long after, Dalloway was sent out of Tianyan Emperor Palace. "Your Highness the Crown Prince." "Your Highness." The rest of the American League dynasty delegation saw Dalloway's face change wildly. Dalloway actually ended up like this. They were still envious of Dalloway. Taking away Luo Hanjian, Dalloway might even get a taste of the most beautiful woman in the world. "Dalloway's words are arrogant and I am expelling you from the Tianyan dynasty. You have only half a day to leave." Eunuch Lu said coldly that he personally took Dalloway to the American embassy. Walk. The people in the American League dynasty left quickly. They didn't want to become like Dalloway. Before anyone could return, the news spread to the American League dynasty first. Arrogant. The emperor of the American League dynasty was furious when he got the news, and Rex was also extremely angry. Celestial level cultivation is nothing in the world of saints and demons, but now in the original world, Rex feels that he should be the #1 master in the original world now. There are so many strong men under his command. How dare you, a mere ant from the original world, dare to be so presumptuous? Rex wants to bring many powerful men to the Tianyan dynasty immediately and capture Ye Chen immediately. However, he was persuaded by his men. Before taking action, they have to investigate the demon situation first. According to some news they got, a powerful demon may have arrived. Check. Rex said solemnly that as long as it was found that there were not a large number of demons in the lower realm, he would immediately bring a large number of powerful people to the Tianyan dynasty. A dozen strong men quickly entered the Endless Sea. They all possess the perfect strength of the Earth Immortal. These 10 or so strong men went to many places in the Endless Sea and found many strong demons. However, these strong demons were all from the original realm. There seemed to be no lower realm of demons. All the demons in the lower world died when they arrived in the city of 10,000 demons, and no news about them could spread. Of course, some powerful demons in the original world knew something was wrong. But they don't get the word out. Have you found anything? No. I didn't realize that there shouldn't be a large number of powerful people in the demon world for the time being. 2 days later, the strong men who entered the Endless Sea gathered at a place that had been discussed in advance. Not even a dozen strong men found it. "Everyone, let's go to Alcatraz Island and 10,000 Demon City." Many strong men from the demon clan died there, and it's still a forbidden area. There may be something going on there. One of the strong men suggested. "Ken." The other strong men nodded. They all know the situation in 10,000 Demon City, but they have not been to 10,000 Demon City alone in the past 2 days. 2 hours later, these 10 strong men arrived at Alcatraz Island. They cautiously headed to the city of 10,000 demons. Ye Chen's previous order to the blood-devouring corpse vine was to devour all the monsters here. The 10 of them were strong humans, and the blood-devouring corpse vine did not attack them. Hide. Xiao Zi sent a message to the remaining 6 blood-devouring corpse vines, which swallowed a large amount of demon flesh and blood. Now that it has perfect cultivation as a fairy, its strength has reached the limit of the world. The other 6 blood-devouring corpse vines now have the power of immortals. Any blood-devouring corpse vine is more powerful than Rex. Why is the damage here so serious? There was such a big war. A dozen strong men were shocked when they approached the city of 10,000 demons. The surrounding areas of the city of 10,000 demons were severely damaged. When a large number of demons first arrived, the damage was quite serious. Later, batches of demons and demons arrived in the lower realm, and the damage here became even more serious. Judging from the various traces here, there should be a large number of demons coming here. Yes, they came here. Did they start fighting again here? You have to ask Master Rex to come over and take a look. The 10 strong men were terrified. After investigating, they left. In the Tianyuan Emperor's palace, Ye Chen had a faint smile on his face. He sensed Luo Hongjian's breakthrough. Luo Hongjian has reached the level of immortal cultivation. The battle power is perfect. It is extremely difficult to fight across levels. Even Rex does not have the strength to fight across levels, but Luo Hongjian has such ability. Regardless of the skills, bloodline, or treasures she possesses, Luo Hongjian is stronger than Rex. Rex is a member of the Dracula family, and the Dracula family is a royal family, but how much resources can he get with his mere cultivation level? Why did he risk death and go down to the lower realms instead of trying desperately to get more resources? Husband, I have reached the immortal level. Luo Hongjian was extremely happy and sent the message to Ye Chen. She never expected that one day she would reach such a level of cultivation. Although her talent was good in the past and she was considered the best in Juxiao continent, she only had a God King level cultivation at that time. In the future, at best, he will reach the realm of the Great Emperor. Now Tianxian Xiaokeng's cultivation level is already stronger than that of the original Holy Lord Perfection. All this was brought to her by Ye Chen. If it weren't for Ye Chen, Luo Hongjian knew that even if she didn't die, even if she wasn't controlled by the Wangqing cult master, she would probably only have a God Emperor level cultivation right now. Hongjian, consolidate your cultivation. There's something going on with the American League dynasty. Ye Chen communicated with Luo Hongjian. Luo Hongjian said, Husband, the strong men from the American League dynasty have not yet come to this situation. They have probably sent strong men to the Endless Sea to investigate the situation there. Haha, I guess so. I will stay in my avatar while I go to the city of 10,000 demons. Ye Chen said via voice transmission. The external avatar has been idle for so long, and its level has been improved a lot. The avatar has the perfect strength of an immortal. Luo Hongjian knew that Ye Chen's clone was also very powerful. She said, Husband, can't you avatar and go to that side? Entering from the Endless Sea, your avatar can easily reach the city of 10,000 demons. Hongjian, I had something to do in the past. Ye Chen said, you can sign in again in 2 days, just in time to sign in there. There will be a large number of demons descending into the lower realm in the next few days. If Rex and the others also go there, there will be a lot of strong people gathered there. Maybe you can sign something great. Luo Hongjian was silent for a while and said, Husband, then you go there with Shang Guanyan this time. Rex and the others are strong men who came down from the upper world. They may have powerful treasures in their hands. Ye Chen's original strength has reached the limit of heaven and earth, and the strength of his clone can also reach the limit of heaven and earth. Hanjian, you think too highly of them. Husband, be careful with the 10,000 years ship. Isn't this what you said before? Husband, I have sent a message to Xuanhuan and asked her to go to the endless sea 10,000 monsters city. Yechen. Half an hour later, Yechen teleported to 10,000 demon city, and Xuanhuan was already here. She looked a little resentful. Yechen hasn't seen her in the past 3 months. Xuanhuan entered the palace twice. She met Luo Hanjian and the others, but not Yechen. Sir, long time no see. Xuanhuan said faintly. Yechen glanced at Xuanhuan. Miss Xuanhuan, wear more clothes? Sir, if anyone else comes over, I will wear more clothes. It's cooler now. Xuanhuan blinked his eyes and said. She is wearing hot pants and a vest. The slender legs and slender waist are exposed, very hot. You are listening to novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. As long as I stay in the Empress Palace, I am invincible. Author, New Did. Chapter 249. The 10 strong men sent by Rex hurried back to the United States Imperial City. Have many demons descended from Wanyao City? Rex frowned secretly. He didn't like this. He was still thinking about targeting Yechen and getting the heavenly Dao Fate plate from Yechen. It would be better to get Luo Hanjian and the others. If there are many demons descending, he must focus a lot of energy on this aspect. Fellow Daoist Rex, you must give priority to the situation in Wanyao City. You are the strongest man on our human side in the original world, and you have a heavy responsibility. A strong man in front of Rex spoke. This strong man came from other powerful forces. Yes, fellow Daoist Rex, this matter is very important. If this is not resolved, even if you get the heavenly Dao Fate plate, you may not be able to keep it. Fellow Daoist Rex. The other strong men around also spoke up. They didn't want Rex to get the heavenly Dao Fate plate so soon. The thing is in Yechen's hands, and it is more likely to be obtained in the future. Rex took a deep breath and nodded. Let's deal with this first. Leave some people to protect the altar, and the rest will follow me to the Demon Island city. Rex and his men set off soon. Of the 5,000 strong men from the lower world, about 1,000 were left. The remaining 4,000 strong men arrived at the Demon Island in about 2 hours. They gathered together and used treasures to cover up their breath, so no demons found them. But when they arrived at the Demon Island, Yechen found them. 80% of the strong men are here. They pay more attention to the situation here. Yechen muttered in his heart. Among the 4,000 strong men who came, there were about 3,200 semi-saints. There were about 800 saints. The strength is not weak. The semi-saints used to be invincible in the original world and crushed everything. Miss Xuanhuan, many people are here. Yechen said lightly. Xuanhuan said in a delicate voice, Sir, if other people see me dressed like this, do you think you are at a disadvantage? Yechen. He looked at Xuanhuan. His expression was a little strange. If Xuanhuan was seen by other people wearing this, he felt that he was really at a disadvantage. Calm down, calm down. Yechen secretly warned himself that he must not have any thoughts about Xuanhuan anymore. Luo Hanjian said that if he found another woman, she would still love him, but would leave him. Yechen knew Luo Hanjian well, and she was afraid that she would keep her word. Miss Xuanhuan, Rex, and the others will be here soon. Yechen said in a calm voice. Other clothes appeared on Xuanhuan's body instantly. She only wore clothes like that in front of Yechen, but it was not okay for others to see it. A few minutes later, Rex and the others got closer, and Rex's consciousness scanned over. Rex saw Yechen and Xuanhuan. Ye Chen did not set up a powerful formation at the Blood Dragon Villa. Ye Chen. Rex's eyes showed surprise. Ye Chen was actually here. And there was a stunning woman beside Ye Chen. Everyone speed up. Rex ordered. He was afraid that Ye Chen would notice their approach and move away immediately. Half a minute later, Rex and others all entered the Xuanhuan city. They found that there were indeed many traces left here, and there should be many demons descending to the world. Ye Chen is actually here. Look at him, it seems that he is waiting for us. Many strong men discussed secretly, and all of them had discovered Ye Chen and his men at this time. In the Blood Dragon Villa, Ye Chen sat and sipped tea. Xuanhuan stood beside Ye Chen. Ye Chen actually asked Xuanhuan to sit down together, but Xuanhuan insisted on standing. Ye Chen said that he was in a partnership with her, but Xuanhuan disagreed. Partnership is equal, and she and Ye Chen are not so equal. Without Ye Chen, she would never have the strength she has now. As for saving Ye Chen before, Xuanhuan didn't take it seriously. She just saved Ye Chen accidentally at the beginning, which was nothing in her eyes. Xuanhuan's relationship with her Ye Chen is positioned as master and servant. It would be best if she could become Ye Chen's woman in the future. Everyone, since you are here, why don't you come in and chat? Ye Chen said lightly. Rex's eyes flashed with brilliance, and he took the lead and flew directly to the Blood Dragon Villa. A small part of the remaining 4,000 strong men entered the Blood Dragon Villa. The vast majority surrounded and blocked the entire Blood Dragon Villa. Rex arrived in front of Ye Chen. He took out the coffee table and chair and sat down. Beauty, pour me a cup of tea. Give me another massage. Rex stared at Xuanhuan, his eyes flashing with lust, not hiding his lust at all. It is difficult to find such a beauty in the holy demon realm. And he has the cultivation of a small success of the celestial fairy, how can he have a share of the best beauties in the holy demon realm? Let alone the most beautiful woman, even the second-rate one would be out of his reach. Many other strong men looked at Xuanhuan eagerly. Their status, position, and strength were not as good as Rex. Pour you tea? You wish. Xuanhuan snorted. She could behave herself in front of Ye Chen, but Rex was nothing. 3 months ago, Xuanhuan had already reached the level of a perfect saint, and now she has reached the level of a minor heavenly immortal. Her combat power is close to that of a major heavenly immortal. Her combat power in normal state is not as good as Luo Hanjian, but it is likely to exceed Rex. Not to mention the dragon transformation state. You have personality, I like you, haha. Rex laughed, his eyes fell on Ye Chen. Ye Chen, I want this maid of yours, you name a price. He wants her. At the same time, Rex also wants to teach Ye Chen a lesson. You'd better be polite, sir. Ye Chen frowned. A man next to Rex sneered, Ye Chen, let our young master be polite, who do you think you are? Young master asked you to die today, you will not live tomorrow. Rex said condescendingly, Ye Chen, although Dai Luo Ei is a waste, he was sent by this young master. You killed Dai Luo Ei, don't you plan to give this young master an explanation? Now kneel down, kowtow and admit your mistake, this young master may spare your life. Ye Chen's eyes flashed with cold light. Rex's performance disappointed him. When there was a threat from demons, Rex's first thought was not to unite and cooperate, but to target him first. Perhaps in Rex's view, the people in the original world were all ants, and there was no need to cooperate at all. Xiao Zi, Rex belongs to you, and the rest of the strong men who take action will also belong to you. Ye Chen said lightly. The 7 blood-sucking corpse vines are now hidden, lurking underground, and Rex and others did not find them. Puff. Vines suddenly emerged from where Rex was. The vine easily broke through Rex's defense and entered his body. Ah! Rex screamed in horror. He wanted to destroy the vine that entered his body, but it was useless. Rex's strength was not at the level of a great immortal. Xiao Zi's strength was at the level of a perfect immortal, and its strength was 20 to 30 times that of Rex. The vine passed through Rex's head. Several purple flowers bloomed on his head. Master! Many strong men from the Orson divine kingdom exclaimed, and they immediately took action. Some attacked the vines that appeared. Some attacked Yechen and Xuanhuan. A faint purple light appeared around Yechen and Xuanhuan, and all attacks were blocked by Xiao Zi. Kill! The strong men from the Orson divine kingdom who reacted slower also took action. The strong men from other forces did not take action for the time being. Buzz! Xiao Zi launched a soul attack. All the hundreds of strong men from the Orson divine kingdom who took action stayed there. Puff! Puff! More vines emerged, and hundreds of warriors were killed in the blink of an eye. Most of them were only half-saints. Xiao Zi's strength was 10,000 times stronger than theirs. Hiss! The other 3,000 warriors were stunned, and they were all shocked. Rex, who was a minor success in the cultivation of the celestial immortal, was killed in seconds. Hundreds of warriors from the kingdom of Orson were also killed in a very short time. Yechen looked calm. He took a sip of tea and took out the heavenly Daofate plate and placed it on the coffee table in front of him. Everyone, the heavenly Daofate plate is here, whoever wants it, come up and get it. As long as I stay in the Empress Palace, I am invincible. Author, New Dit. Chapter 250. Everyone's eyes fell on the heavenly destiny chart. From the holy demon realm to the original realm, they all received orders to grab the heavenly life chart if they had the chance. But now that the heavenly Daofate chart is in front of them, no one of them dares to move. Everyone, what, you don't want it? Yechen said with an indifferent expression. Ahem, fellow Taoist Yechen, the rest of us are not targeting you at all. We are targeting your Tianyang dynasty. You must not misunderstand. A strong man said nervously. With the strength Xiao Zi showed, it would not be difficult to kill all 3,000 of them. Yes, fellow Taoist Yechen, we are not your enemies. Fellow Daoist Yechen, we were also forced here by Rex. Many other strong men spoke one after another. They have a good background, but now they don't dare to be arrogant in front of Yechen. Rex's status is stronger than theirs, and they have all been turned into corpses. It won't be long before the bodies will be devoured. Yechen raised his hand, and everyone who spoke quickly fell silent. Everyone, the Midland dynasty has built an altar. I have known the news for a long time. Why didn't I destroy the altar and not target you? Yechen said in a deep voice. A strong man said, fellow Taoist Yechen, if I am not mistaken, there should be many demons and demons in the lower realm of the holy demon realm. Yechen said softly, many demons come every month. The number of demons coming here from the holy demon realm has exceeded 12,000. There will be another demon coming soon. The number of demons this time is likely to be tens of thousands. Everyone looked at Yechen in shock, there were so many demons coming. Xuanhuan was shocked. She also didn't expect so many demons to come in front of her. If Yechen hadn't killed those monsters, many humans in the original world would have died. Fellow Taoist Yechen, thank you very much. Fellow Taoist Yechen, thank you for your efforts. Fellow Taoist Yechen, you deserve the respect of all of us. Many powerful men saluted Yechen. If Xiao Zi didn't show great strength, they wouldn't believe it. Now they believe that Yechen doesn't need to deceive them at all. Yechen waved his hand, no need, you are from the holy demon realm, at least I am from the original realm. It's time for me to take action. But more and more demons are coming, and you need to take action next. With the strength of Xiao Zi and the other 6 blood-eating corpse vines, they can actually resist it now. But the trouble is not his alone. Gotta find something to do for these guys. Fellow Taoist Ye Chen, I wonder when the demon will come again. A strong man asked. Ye Chen said softly, if it's fast, it's 1 or 2 days, if it's slow, it should be 3 to 5 days. This time there will probably be tens of thousands of monsters coming, so you have to be prepared. Will tens of thousands of demons really come? Someone said in horror. There are only 5,000 of them in the lower realm in total. This is accumulated over several visits. The demons actually came at once, twice their current number. Ye Chen said quietly, in a few days, you will know how many monsters will come. 3 days passed in the blink of an eye. Ye Chen is quite leisurely. The other strong men have not been idle in the past 3 days. They have deployed various formations and traps in 10,000 Demon City and surrounding areas. Coming. Ye Chen opened his eyes and looked at the sky. A huge black ball of light appeared in the sky above 10,000 Demon City. The diameter of the black ball of light exceeds 10,000 meters. Roar. Howling. A large number of demons quickly rushed out of the black ball of light. The number is more than 10,000. Moreover, the proportion of saint-level experts is not low, reaching about 30%. There are 3 to 4,000 saint-level experts. There are 8 or 9,000 strong men at the semi-saint level. There are only more than 3,000 people on the human side, and most of them are only at the semi-saint level. How to fight? There are so many monsters. Originally, some powerful people thought that Ye Chen might have exaggerated, but now they realized that Ye Chen had not exaggerated. Ye Chen said he was too young. In the Blood Dragon Villa, Ye Chen frowned secretly. The number of demons was about the same as he estimated, but the proportion of the demons who were powerful at the saint level was higher than he estimated. Wu. Kill. Xiao Zi launched an attack, and more than 3,000 strong human beings here also launched an attack. All the various arranged formations are activated. An earth-shattering war broke out throughout the city of 10,000 demons. Poof. Poof. The demons keep dying, and there are also strong people on the human side who are constantly being killed by the demons. In the Blood Dragon Villa, Ye Chen had no intention of taking action. He waited up, and with Xiao Zi's strength, so many strong men, and the formation traps they set up, he should be able to defeat these monsters. Many people will die. But so what? If he didn't have the strength, these people would definitely steal the heavenly path as long as they had the chance. Even kill him. System, sign in 3 times directly. Now that there are so many strong people here, my living environment is terrible. You have to work harder. Ye Chen said in his mind. Sign in successfully. Congratulations to the host for obtaining the Holy Ghost Control Ring, which can absorb ghosts after the ghosts enter it for a period of time. They will obey the host's orders. Ye Chen was pleasantly surprised, a good thing. Now that many strong men will die in the war here, this thing is just right for use. Sign in successfully. Congratulations to the host for obtaining the saint-level playing card. Sign in successfully. Congratulations to the host for obtaining the heaven-level space treasure Sumi Ring. There is a small world in the Sumi Ring, with sufficient spiritual energy, which can be used as a training ground. Accompanied by the voice of the system, a lot of information poured into Ye Chen's mind. He obtained more detailed information. For example, with the Sumi Ring, he let Xuanhuan enter it, and he could directly take Xuanhuan back. The Sumi Ring can isolate the breath. If he hides in it, it will be difficult for a strong man to use a treasure to attack him remotely. 2 saint-level treasures, 1 heaven-level treasure. System, you are very generous, keep it up in the future. Ye Chen praised in his mind with great joy. System, equip the Sumi Ring. The next second, the Sumi Ring was successfully equipped, and an ancient ring appeared on the ring finger of his left hand, and more information poured into his mind. The system just said that there is a small world inside. In fact, the world inside is not small at all. How can a space that can be described by the word world be small? There is a vast ocean and a continent inside. The area of that continent is about the same as the land area of the Tianyang dynasty. The spiritual energy here is much more sufficient. When Hanjian and the others practice in it, the effect will be better. Ye Chen thought to himself. He raised his hand and took a look. This ring is still pretty good. It's okay to wear it on your finger. It's still a treasure like this that has low equipment requirements. Ye Chen smiled. The Sumi ring can be equipped with the heavenly Dao level, but he can't equip Panga bloodline yet. Collect. Ye Chen used the Saint level ghost control ring. The equipment requirements of this thing are not very high. Just barely enough, it can be equipped. Whether it is the demon side or the human side, Ye Chen received the ghosts of the dead strongmen into the Saint level ghost control ring. The more they die, the stronger the overall strength of the ghosts he controls. Daiyu Yuchen, you must be very strong, right? Please help me. Daiyu Yuchen, please help me. In just 5 minutes, many powerful people on the human side spoke up, and hundreds of them had died. The demons died even more, with 3,000 dead. Most of them were killed by Xiao Zi. According to the current situation, the death of human strongmen is likely to exceed 2,000. There are more than 3,000 in total, and most of them must die.